Welcome back to another episode of Growth Through Ganja. Smoke with me, Miss Pearl. This episode is called Drum and Bass, and this is my perspective on go-go music in DC. I grew up listening to go-go music. Um, Used to hear like the old classics like Overnight Scenario. Yeah, I think we probably heard Overnight Scenario like every week. And then my cousins grew up in the projects down off North Capitol Street, so we used to spend a lot of our summers there. So go-go music was just there, right outside, blasting loud as shit. Probably evening hours, all the way probably to crack of dawn next day, really. Now, quite a few niggas in DC, or just quite a few DMV niggas in general, like go-go is their shit. Body Snatchers was big back then. Shit, the shit probably still big now. That was a band called Rare Essence. They made probably some of the best go-go songs that I've ever heard. I really like the covers. A lot of that new shit that the new generation was watering down. I think I was really starting to not really care for go-go like that, or a little less than I already did when the song was like "Do the Pussy Walk," and the dance was stupid. Now, Ashley Simpson did Pieces of Me, but let me tell you something. When Rare Essence got a hold of that, it was no longer Ashley Simpson's song. And then the bitch was lip syncing on whatever late night show that was. So no, it's no longer her song. It's Rare Essence. Welcome back to another episode of Growth Through Ganja. Smoke with me, Miss Pearl. Real quick, it's spring break. It's a lot of stuff going on. Kids out of school. Then I'm feeling more tired than usual, and I'm having these very vivid dreams where I think my energy is going to those sides or those other realms or wherever. And then I was at the gym, like, yeah, I need to take like the next 2 days off from exercising and all of that and just chill, like recharge, something. I'm gonna get into the dreams in the next episode. So this week, I'm gonna probably put up like 3 or 4 episodes just to move through the Fall Off album a little faster. I do have my ideas written down, so just easier. This episode is called Drum and Bass, and this is my perspective on go-go music in DC. I grew up listening to go-go music. Um, Used to hear like the old classics like Overnight Scenario. Yeah, I think we probably heard Overnight Scenario like every week. And then my cousins grew up in the projects down off North Capitol Street, so we used to spend a lot of our summers there. So go-go music was just there, right outside, blasting loud as shit. Probably evening hours, all the way probably to crack of dawn next day, really. As I stopped going to DC, you know, as I was getting older, like in my teenage years, I got away from go-go. Like it wasn't like I was sitting around with like CDs or tapes of go-go. I would record songs that I liked from off the radio back then when that was cool. Um, but yeah, no, like I when I was a teenager, I never went to a go-go. I didn't go to like a lot of house parties and all that shit because it was with people from school, and the shit that I was hearing about people from school played a big role in why I didn't go to a lot of events. And if I went anywhere, I probably went somewhere with my cousins or whatever. And I ain't go with them that often because again, I was PG County, they were DC. So if they was going to the go-go here and there, they know about the new go-go songs. Like, I get it. Now, quite a few niggas in DC, or just quite a few DMV niggas in general, like go-go is their shit. Top choice. Not mine, but I still like it. I feel like go-go started to get watered down, um, like around the early 2000s when rap was getting watered down and you know females was coming out talking about they neck and they back, shit like that. And a whole lot of bands was just popping up out of nowhere. And my cousins knew about these bands, And then when I would hear it, it would kind of all sound the same. Um, when I went to the Cannabis Festival a couple of years ago, it was my first time seeing Black Alley, and I mean, they did a fucking great job. And the lead singer, 10 out of 10. I do have songs that I really like. There are like some originals that was put together. Of course, Sexy Lady by TCB. And then, of course, like older songs like Overnight Scenario. Body Snatchers was big back then. Shit, the shit probably still big now. That was a band called Rare Essence. They made probably some of the best go-go songs that I've ever heard. I really like the covers. A lot of that new shit that the new generation was watering down. I think I was really starting to not really care for go-go like that, or a little less than I already did when the song was like "Do the Pussy Walk," and the dance was stupid. It was just like I said, when the shit be when music gets watered down, you don't look at it the same. And then the whole gentrification of DC, most of DC. The white people are trying to shut that shit down. Like they're trying to take go-go music out of the DMV culture and primarily out of DC. Um, I remember growing up seeing people at the playground. They would have buckets and they would be beating on the buckets, and that shit would be just like the people that was playing in the professional bands. I think in high school. I don't think in high school. No, in high school, I don't know if I seen it. Yeah, I think they did do. I think they did use like their hands to play some of the beats, maybe on like the desk in class. Um, TCB was big for a reason. TCB was a pretty good band. I ain't even gonna hold you. Pretty good band. A lot of those XYZ bands and whatever that fell off, like a lot of that shit was so watered down. It's like how mumble rap came along. Like rap was good, and then all of a sudden it just got watered down with all these different people, but with the same mumble rap flow, whatever that shit is. That's still going on to this day. Now, Ashley Simpson did Pieces of Me, but let me tell you something. When Rare Essence got a hold of that, it was no longer Ashley Simpson's song. And then the bitch was lip syncing on whatever late night show that was. So no, it's no longer her song. It's Rare Essence. And then there's Hello. Like when I'm by myself driving, like live music can really bring tears to my eyes. So when I be hearing that song in particular, shit, depending on the mood or what's happening at the time, Pieces of Me can bring tears to my eyes. And I be in the car with that jump boohooing and the music be on full blast. Like they just sang the songs so well all the way through. Backyard Band got California. Backyard Band's the ones they did the Hello cover. Rare Essence did No Ordinary Love. It's fire. Like it's not a bunch of songs I can sit around and listen to, but a lot of their covers are fire. And those are my preferred go-go songs to listen to. A lot of this made up shit that was coming in and watering it down back then, a lot of that shit has died out. Now they do still have go-go's here and there. They had one recently at Throw Social. I didn't even know that they had live music there. I thought Throw Social was um more like a lounge with like games. But I guess because I had only been to the Northeast location once, the one that's like downtown DC, I went down there once, And it didn't look like it had anywhere where you can like have like a live band or anything. And then I think that they changed the crowd over at Throw Social, over there by New York Ave because of revenue. They needed to bring in more people. So when I went in that giant, it was niggas smoking weed. The band was great. The fucking bathroom was horrible. It was fucking paper towels like everywhere. And it was like nobody around to like monitor or like clean up that shit very often. You know, back in high school when people used to talk about, the people that they saw at the go-go's and the things that happened, a lot of shit that I was hearing was like shit I didn't want to hear. I didn't want nobody to, I didn't want it to be my story. So, and then plus, my mom was not going for a lot of that shit. So, mm-mm. Like I have quite a bit of love for go-go, but it's not, like I said, I don't know, I prefer rap and R&B over go-go, but I think that the older bands, the bands that were, made all the classics were phenomenal. And I think they were at the Cannabis Festival. More bands, more than just Black Alley, maybe. I don't really know. Because I think I only went one day. No, I went 2 days. But I think like once like the music was coming up, the guy had already fell on top of me while he was having a seizure, so I was ready to go after that. In regards to like beating my feet, I don't even know if my body can even move that way. Like my twin flame, he does it to every fucking thing. We went to a bachata dance night or something like that in Bethesda, and he was like, "Yeah, I could do it to anything." So he started doing it, and it helped me to kind of catch the beat. Because when you go to other places, like I'm very well seasoned by my ancestors, so I don't want to be out there looking like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, or I can't catch the beat because that's just not the case. But he can do that shit just anywhere. We be anywhere, everywhere. He just busts out doing that shit. He showed me an officer who was in his uniform somewhere just pulled up on the side of the road, recording himself beating his feet. And I'm just like, oh, wow. And the officer could really do it. But for me, I don't know if my body can even bend that way. It's like something with your legs and then your arms. It's like a whole full body workout that and I'm not the only one. So everything I'm saying now, I'm not the only one that feels this way about go-go, but you know, I wouldn't mind gonna go see the live bands. It's just I ain't trying to be in no ratchet ass venue either because like Backyard and them like they do really good covers. Rare Essence do like really good covers. But quite a few events they can just look hood as shit because of the crowd. But I mean, people be lit in that joint. For real, for real. Like they be lit. When that shit come on, game over. And it is what it is. Um, I don't know. That's really it. Like I don't hate go-go at all. And I know people come from out of town. Like every city, especially with brown people, they have their own thing, their own sound, their own slang. You know what I'm saying? Like like Baltimore got what Baltimore house music. And let me tell you, I couldn't listen to that shit all day. I'd be glad when it come like back when I used to listen to the radio. If it came on, it was like one or two songs maybe, because I for sure can't listen to that shit every day. And for me, like I don't know, maybe because I don't have FOMO. So like when people be talking about, yeah, you go see this, but I don't be knowing about that shit. I do not be knowing about what's happening around the DMV for real. I be so in the house. And then when I go out, I'll be back in the house. Plus, I don't really like a lot of crowded places. The Cannabis Festival is different. And excuse the white beater, for some reason, I'm just hot, which is not normal. It's hot. Feeling like Bebo a little bit. Yeah, I'm a little warmer than normal. Like my temperature is a little higher than it usually is. Because usually right now I'd be about freezing. But I have GoGo on my phone. And I think when people come from out of town, they like it. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just the experience here. I ain't gonna be going home trying to find all of it. But for me, it's just a part of the DMV. And I don't know, you never know what you got till it's gone. And, you'll still hear go-go when you go down like Chinatown. And they right outside the metro station, just fucking set up. Whole thing just set up. And people stop and listen to them. So, yeah, that's a part of, people touring the DMV or they just visit in the area to see that. And when I say them niggas be cranking from top to bottom, the lead singers be singing top to bottom. So, I don't know. I'm just, just, I don't know. Maybe you got something from it. Maybe it didn't. Maybe we back next week. Maybe you won't. Either way, this has been Growth Through Ganja. Smoke with me, Miss Pearl.